comfort in front of the Capitol in Sacramento, California. This state's the 5th largest economy in the world. This is where the Transcontinental Railroad got its start, right in Sacramento. And today it's a fantastic capital city with an amazing public transportation system. We're going to take you behind the scenes of SacRT with its CEO, Henry Lee. Plus, we'll show you some fun you won't want to miss. All on this episode of Transit Unplugged TV. So Henry, we're here where it all started. Mile marker 0 on the Transcontinental Railroad.
Welcome to Sacramento. Yes, over 150 years ago, this railroad was built, and this changed the whole region and the whole nation. And this put the city of Sacramento on the map of the nation.
And it all's right here in Old Town Sacramento, which reminds me like of an old western town. This is where the gold rush and all that happened. Much has changed since then, Henry. Tell us about what Sacramento is like today.
This is the capital city and we're the 5th largest economy in the world. And the city is a thriving city. It's a highly diverse, dynamic city.
Sounds exciting, Henry. Let's go and explore.
Sure, definitely.
Right.
Yes, Chris.
Henry, we're here in the capital city. I'd love to go visit your capital, but I got one question. How do I get there?
The best way is go to Capitol, is just ride our light rail blue line, one stop to the Capitol.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
So we're on your light rail vehicle, but you're getting new vehicles, right?
Yes.
Tell me about that.
We're undertaking the largest capital project for light rail modernization and expansion program right now with about $1 billion. There's 3 components. First, to purchase up to 72 the state-of-the-art new light rail vehicles to replace about 97 old vehicles.
Okay.
Second, to renovate or modernize about 50 light rail stations. And the third, a whole bunch of new stations and new development.
We toured the Capitol building with its fantastic dome, saw the historic offices, walked the storied hallways, visited inside the august House chambers, and enjoyed portraits of famous past governors. We enjoyed a fantastic lunch with the SacRT team inside Patrick Mulvaney's Farm to Fork restaurant, Mulvaney's B&L, a restaurant that changes its tune and menus daily in sync with Sacramento's growing seasons. Patrick, you're affectionately known as the grandfather of the Farm to Fork movement here in Sacramento. Tell me about it.
Well, you know, I came here in '93 and found myself living in the middle of the richest agricultural region in the world, the chance to meet all the farmers and growers and ranchers and vineyard managers, and said as a chef, there's no place else better to live. This is the ultimate sandbox. And so we've stayed here for 20 years, and now you're in a restaurant where all that food comes in, and also those farmers and ranchers come in to share the food as well.
So how does that work? I mean, your menu is fresh every day, isn't it?
It depends on whatever the farmers bring in the front door is what goes on your menu that night. So we talked about Farm to Fork, and here it is, Ray Young's Farms, Full Belly Farms basil, and a little bit of hand-pulled mozzarella and extra virgin olive oil from the Cache Creek Casino.
Looks delicious.
Enjoy.
All right, what do we got here?
And today is mixed radicchio. Mixed radicchios from our friends across the river. We made Fiscalini cheddar, we made frico, so it's a little crispy cheese on top, and then some grilled spring onions from our friends at River Dog Farms. Enjoy. It's time for pasta, and it's summer, so that means squash from Full Belly Farms that we grated inside the ravioli with a little homemade ricotta. Jim Durst grows beautiful cherry tomatoes for us. We put a little goat cheese from Marin County on top. Enjoy. Here we go, the main course. Our friend John Bledsoe's been growing pork out in the woodland for over 20 years, and we've been buying for him that long. Beautiful grilled rack of lamb, and then some Brentwood corn. We made a little salsa on top, green and yellow beans underneath, and some Vinci potatoes from River Dog Farms.
All right.
You're gonna like this.
Thanks. Rick, as Vice Chair of the SacRT Board, you represent the City of Sacramento. Tell us about the importance of public transportation to the city.
Well, it's extremely important for our constituents who take it back and forth to work or to shopping or wherever they may take it to. It's extremely important to them that it be reliable and something they can count on and they know that they can. It's an incredible opportunity for us to present public transportation to our constituents here, but also we have a program that we want to get to our young people early so that they understand the importance of public transportation. We have a program called the Ride Free program. And kids get to ride free on public transportation to and from school, also to their after-school jobs, as well as their extracurricular activities. They get to ride public transportation free. So at this point in time, they understand public transportation better than their parents.
All right, so you were an NFL star, played in the Super Bowl with the Oakland Raiders. Tell us about the ring.
Well, the first thing you said was I was a star. And I think I was a player, but I don't know if I ever got to stardom status.
Okay.
But it was good to be a player because that was the goal I had as a young kid, was to be an NFL player. Unfortunately, it was for the wrong team. I wanted to play for the Washington Redskins.
Oh, my team.
Oakland Raiders decided to draft me, so I had to go 3,000 miles to California in order to make the team. The good thing was, in my first year in the NFL, I led the team in kickoff returns, which put us in great position to score touchdowns, and we won 16 games that year, lost one, and won the Super Bowl number 11. So I wear this ring proudly because it has 27 diamonds, 10 in honor of the 10 Super Bowls that came before Super Bowl number 11, 16 for the 16 victories that we had in 1976, and the big carrot in the middle is for the first Super Bowl we ever won.
After lunch, we jumped into Rick's historic Mercury Cougar XR7 for a spin. So tell us where we're at.
Yeah, we're over at the Real-Time Information Center. This is a collaboration between Regional Transit and SacPD. We've been over here since 2017. It's an agreement between the City of Sacramento and Regional Transit trying to combine our resources as two agencies. This is kind of the central nervous system for Regional Transit Police Services over here. We're the dispatch center. So every light rail station has a voice of God installed at the light rail station. We've installed it since 2018. It went live. Since that date, we have done approximately 30,000 PA Voice of God announcements. This is for nuisance types of calls, anybody that's loitering, anybody that's causing disturbance, smoking, anything that we don't want to happen on regional transit property. This is Regional Transit Police Services monitoring the 13th Street Light Rail Station. We are currently doing a test of the PA system. For the patron that's currently on the CRC Sunrise or Folsom Bound side, if you hear this announcement, if you can give us a thumbs up in the air, we would appreciate it. Thank you. You have a great day.
So basically, we have 1,500 cameras throughout our system. We have 53 light rail stations. We have live train video. So if somebody calls in an alert on our application, we have a text alert or a phone call alert. We immediately get notification here in the Security Operations Center, and we can go live into our trains and watch the action. With that said, we dispatch police officers. We can update them. The subject has X in their hand, they're wearing whatever, and then we can respond quickly and get the right person.
SacRT's Voice of God program allows someone from the control center to speak over the loudspeakers at their light rail stations and grab the attention of those on scene who might be violating a nuisance-type regulations. Here you see it in use, with me as the subject.
Regional Transit Police Services monitoring the 65th Light Rail Station. There is no littering allowed on RT property. This is to a male white adult, red shirt, gray pants, brown shoes. You need to pick up your trash and dispose of it properly. Failure to comply, police will be en route to contact you.
Chris, I'm real impressed with your TOD program. Tell us about it.
Yes, thank you, Paul. We're here at our 65th Street University Light Rail Station, and we're very excited to see our most recent transit-oriented development behind us. 223 units, 700 students, who most who attend Sacramento State University. We sold this property about 2 years ago, and you can see the development behind us. And now we have a better transfer center for our buses interlining at this center, and we're very excited about it.
This is a great example of your overall program. Share with us some of that.
SacRT is very excited to see more transit-oriented development along our lines. We own very valuable property, and we have underutilized parking stations. So we're trying to activate them with farmers markets, with monthly food truck series, and other events to get people on there, and then get them excited about developing those.
Next, we headed over to their bus maintenance garage.
A bit of history, Paul. Before light rail was started in regional transit, we actually maintained the historic trolley that you see at light rail and you will see later on, and they kept it here at bus maintenance. And these two pieces of metal are the last bits of rail left in the original trolley system.
Wow. How many vehicles do you maintain here?
So right now, out of the whole fleet, we maintain approximately 370 vehicles in this facility. This facility was designed to manage from 200 to 250 buses, and we maintain 307.
So tell me about this. This is wild. I've never seen this before. You got all the buses parked under a freeway.
It's a very good use of space.
Yeah.
What we have here is we have our South Bus parking lot that we lease from Caltrans, which is the state of California. The state of California owns the freeway and everything under it.
Wow.
So in this case, we lease this whole area underneath the freeway.
Amazing.
So this is our current battery electric charging infrastructure. We have 5 fast chargers. We have what's known as superchargers.
Okay.
So we have 2 150 kilowatt chargers for our regular charging system, and then we have 3 350 kW chargers. They are super fast capacity. They were put in by Electrify America. So this is one of our low kilowatt chargers, but this 150 kilowatt charger can recharge a full-size bus in a little over 2 hours.
Paul, great to meet you. We're here at the site of a great public-private partnership you've got going with Henry Lee's group, SacRT. Tell me about the role of the power utility company interacting with the transit agency as we work toward our emission goals.
SMUD has been a great partner with regional transit. As you know, the world's going to a clean energy future. So SMUD has a great vision of trying to completely decarbonize our power supply by 2030, but at the same time, advance both building and transportation electrification. So certainly, regional transit, so SMUD plays a huge role. We're working with the regional transit and obviously with the general manager of the Sacramento to really, how do we advance the cleaning of the buses? So it goes from, powering, obviously electrifying all the buses, but also working with them to try to bring clean hydrogen in to power the hydrogen fuel buses that's going to happen. So we envision SMUD and RT plays those 2 critical roles to really transition the clean energy future for transportation.
Go ahead, Henry, where are we at?
We're at our Glen Light Rail Station. This is part of our modernization and expansion of our entire light rail system with a $1 billion investment.
Tell us more about your light rail modernization program.
So we are replacing 97 old light rail cars, building 5 new stations, and replacing miles of tracks.
So tell us about your role here.
I'm the resident engineer for Sacramento Regional Transit, and I'm overseeing this project.
Great. Tell us about the project.
Well, the project is raising the existing platforms to accommodate for the S700 new vehicles, and as well double tracking the station to have a service that goes from 13 minutes to 15 minutes.
You've got some amazing adult beverages out here in Sacramento. Tell me about that.
Well, everybody knows about Napa Valley, but people don't know that Sacramento actually, within 60 miles of Sacramento, you have more wineries than anywhere else in the country.
That's amazing. So what makes this area so special for wine?
A lot of it's the soil, but also the climate. You'll see Sacramento, as you have noticed, can get hot, but that's very good for certain wines like Cabernets, Zinfandels, Barberas. Then when you get closer to the coast, you'll start to see more whites. And so it's really zone by zone what wines you'll find.
That sounds great, Patrick. Let's try some.
I look forward to it. This is the big daddy of them all, the Cabernet Sauvignon, of course. This is from Napa Valley. It's kind of a rich, full-bodied wine and goes with just about any food, but is particularly good for that outdoor barbecue, a steak, or maybe even pasta.
Tell us about this one.
This is a Russian River Pinot Noir, which Russian River is very well known for its Pinot Noirs. Not too far from Sacramento, a little lighter than your Cabernet Sauvignon, but still a rich body. Next, we have a Chardonnay here. This is, it's not very buttery, which a lot of people don't like the butter. It's not very oaky because this is from a steel case. So what you'll get is a real clean finish for a Chardonnay. This is a Sauvignon Blanc that's actually from Sonoma County. Very clean, grassy. Not quite as grassy as you're going to get from a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, but a great picnic wine.
Patrick, in your role as chairman of the board for SacRT, you have another role too, right? Tell us about the roles you play and the role of the community support for public transportation in Sacramento.
Not only am I the chair of the Sacramento Regional Transit Board, but I'm also chair of the Sacramento County Board of Supervisors. So that gives me an opportunity to really be in touch with the community in multiple ways.
So tell us about the community support for public transit.
We're really fortunate in Sacramento to have tremendous support from the community, and that's really shown by the numbers that have gone up since COVID. The national average is somewhere in the 70s as far as the amount of riders that were pre-COVID and after COVID. We're up in the 90s, so our community really embraces regional transit.
So Michael, we're in your shop where you're receiving these brand new light rail vehicles. Tell me about the process of getting a new light rail vehicle.
When Siemens manufactures them, they deliver them out to a local street. We tow them into the yard, and once they get into the yard, we do a receiving inspection. We basically go over the whole top of the car, the bottom of the car. We look for things that might have happened during delivery.
And how long does that whole process take?
Approximately 3 to 4 months.
Very good. Tell me about the new light rail program here at Sacramento.
Sacramento Regional Transit is getting up to 76 brand new vehicles, the new S700s made by Siemens. They will be replacing a fleet of 76 in the future.
How much do they cost and what does this mean to the citizens of Sacramento?
Each vehicle is estimated around $5.1 million each. It will be a great benefit to the community. New trains, new low-floor trains for the community. This will be just a real a gem for the community.
Robin, I saw your trains today at SacRT's facilities. Phenomenal. What I think is really cool, though, is that you're building them right here.
Well, thanks for coming by. You know, the factory that we've had here for over 30 years has been built up over time to build the next generation of trains for North America, both in the U.S. and Canada.
And the technology I saw on the train today, we went on top and underneath, is great, Robin. Tell me about what is this technology and where are we going when it comes to railroads?
Well, today's passenger rail technology is not your grandfather's technology.
Yeah, like this, huh?
Like this. It's completely new. Trains are faster, more comfortable, they're more connected. There's many more diagnostic technologies on board. So it's a next generation that every rider will enjoy.
Rita, we're here at Old Folsom Prison where you work, and tell me about your ride. You ride SacRT's Paratransit system every day to work, right?
Yes, I have been doing it for down here for almost 10 years now.
That's great. And how is your ride today different than what it used to be?
Oh, a big difference.
Okay.
Before I used to ride Elk Grove, and they used to bring me all the way straight here. Then they stopped. And I would have to take either a bus to a pickup point for SacRT, and then get picked up there, taken to the light rail, then get a shuttle from there to here. And
big, long process.
Over 2 hours.
Oh my goodness. And what's it like now riding Paratransit?
Now they pick me up at home, and I come straight here.
How long does that take about?
Coming to work is about 45 minutes because it's 6 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you for sharing your story.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Sacramento is a major league city, where tonight behind me at the Golden One Center, their professional basketball team will play a big game. From its start here in the Old Town near the waterfront, California has grown to the 5th largest economy in the world. We've shown you their farm-to-fork food culture, the fruit of the vine, and inside their Capitol dome. And we brought you on board and behind the scenes of SacRT's amazing transit system with CEO Henry Lee, their board members, and amazing team, all working together on their $1 billion light rail modernization program. And if you like what you saw today, be sure to give us a rating and review on YouTube and share it with your friends. You too can become a transit evangelist.